So hi, and welcome to JenniSHOW number 6. See, I was prepared this time. I knew which number it was. So today we're going to do getting ready to go out. You know, makeup. I'm going to pick an outfit. As you see, I just got out of the shower. So that's what we're going to do, and maybe next week we'll actually do the part of me going out because, you know, it's kind of tough. So you can see, you know, you can help me pick out an outfit, and I'll show you the makeup and everything like that. It'll be kind of fun. For me, anyway.
All right. I know it is difficult to believe that more than one person has asked the same question, but I've seen at least 3 emails, and Jenni claims that more people ask this very question. Jenni, if you're vegan, why do you swallow semen?
Okay, definitely have to answer this question and clear something up. Veganism isn't so much about no animal products as it is about no involuntary animal products. The point is that you can't ask a bee if it'll give you its honey, and you can't ask a cow if it'll give you the milk. However, there's kind of this consensual thing happening with semen that, like, a person volunteers for you to do this. Now, if you can go out and say, like, ask a cow, pardon me, may I carve a steak from you, then by all means it's a vegan steak if the cow says yeah. But, and especially with giving blowjobs, if I were to spit, you know, I'm not chewing it and, like, swallowing it, you know, it comes back out of the mouth. And as far as semen goes, the person is giving it up voluntarily. I think if a guy were to say, pardon me, but I prefer if you didn't partake of my essence, then I would respect his wishes, because in that case the semen would not be vegan. So there, okay, now shut up, it's vegan.
And a related question, people want to know, why did Jenni go vegan?
Okay, well, the thing is that I decided one day that I was going to find out what goes into things like the dairy industry and things like honey, you know, what goes into the production of those things. And found out, you know, startlingly enough, this is the first thing, this is what got me started on my information trip, is that in order to make hard cheeses hard, they use an enzyme that they scrape out of the stomachs of cows and pigs. So when you're having cheese, you're also having, like, pig stomach. Now that kind of, like, turned my stomach. And I decided that if I didn't know things like that, what other kinds of stuff didn't I know? So I went on kind of this voyage looking for information about the dairy industry, the wool and leather industries. And the more you know, really, the more disgusting it gets. So I challenge each of you just to go search on the web for information on wool. I think is like the most disgusting thing. Some of the things they do to sheep is just it's just gross. So go ahead and find out the information. I mean, you should really know these things. It's all about being informed. You know, if you make the decision to eat meat, if you know what goes on in the meat industry and you still want to eat meat, by all means, go for it. You know, that's your choice. But people eat meat not knowing what's going on, and I think that's a bad thing. So.
Not to turn this back to sex, as we usually do.
Oh no.
Multiple people have also asked if Jenni has had any lesbian or near-lesbian experiences.
I've actually had one lesbian experience. It was when I was in college. A friend of mine, this is strange, I was going to college in Pennsylvania, and a friend of mine who lived in Washington, D.C. set me up with this other girl who lived in Washington, D.C. So he came down for the weekend, he dropped me off at her place. 3 hours later he came, picked me up, and he and I spent the rest of the weekend like going to concerts and hanging out. So in that 3-hour like intermission period, like it was my first time, it was her first time, it was like this whole awkward thing. We ended up like talking an hour and a half beforehand about like her posters because we were both so nervous. I was like, that's such a nice poster. Did you get that in Germany? And she's like, why, yes, I did. I got it from the opera. So, I mean, there was this whole uncomfortable thing in the beginning, but, and, you know, there's really not a lot of variety there, like, for your first time. So you can probably, your imagination is going to come up with worse stuff than what we did. So just let your imagination run wild. And that's it, you know, like, that's all I've had, because I never have female friends. I mean, girls hate me. And if you're a girl watching this, thank you. So you guys are going to love just how much work goes into doing the full-scale makeup for women. Guys are always wondering, like, when a woman says she'll be ready in just a minute. Girl time moves differently than man time, because guys have to, what, like, comb their hair, and, you know, how long does that take? You know, you comb it, you're done. Now, women, we have to do our hair, we have to do makeup. Guys' outfits are all the same, you know? Like, if you're going out someplace casual, you wear, like, a pair of chinos and, like, a button-down. Like, how hard is that? Women have this whole array of choices, and if you were a woman, you would understand this. So we're going to show you just how hard this makeup thing gets. You're going to love it. Actually, you're not going to love it. You're going to hate it, just like we do. So first we have concealer stick. This is what goes on under the foundation. Like, if you think people are going to look at you up closer, to have, like, lots of zits. Now, I typically don't have zits, but I happen to have, like, one right there. So we got to get rid of it. Ta-da! All gone. We'll just, like, kind of touch everything up, just for kicks. Okay. And now we do foundation. It's really, really hard for me to find foundations because I'm really pale. So I finally found this one company, MAC, that makes this foundation that typically they're supposed to add tint to it to make it the right color for you, but it turns out that without the tint, it's the right color because it's pale enough. So we're going to put on this stuff. It's like war makeup. It's like war paint, you know? Now we powder. Just to, like, keep you from getting all shiny. Sorry about that. Well, the easiest way to do this, because you can't, like, get just a little powder, to, like, tap it into the lid. So, in case there are any, like, cross-dressers out there who, like, are having trouble putting on makeup, like, you're going to learn a lot right now. Okay, now not only am I no longer shiny, I'm also really pale. Well, I was always really pale, now I'm just still really pale. So what we do is we need to add some color. So, this is kind of cheesy, but I have this eyeshadow kit. It's like these different colors of brown. And the 4 colors of brown, when mixed together, make what looks like a normal person's flesh tone, which I can't achieve on my own. So I kind of like mix them all together, and it goes like all over my face. Now, you have to understand, if I were going out to tracks, I wouldn't be doing this because the thing there is for everybody to be really pale. So I would be leaving myself au naturel. But unfortunately, it scares most people at regular clubs. So I'm going to make myself look humanoid. Whoops. This is not a clean process either. All right. I'm still not exactly what you would call dark or anything, but it's better. Okay.
I'm going to interject a little question, which is not makeup related.
Oh, no.
Jenni, they want to know, is Jenni shaven, trimmed, or natural? And I think we know what the viewers are referring to.
Yeah, see, if I were dark-haired, you'd be able to tell just from the camera, but unfortunately, all of my hair is this color. I'm strawberry blonde everywhere. So, I guess you would call it trimmed, you know, like we got like this landing strip down the middle. I think that's what Cosmo refers to it as the landing strip. You know, so you just got like this little patch that's like 2 inches long and 1 inch wide, and that's all you need. That's all the pubic hair anybody needs. Now, I guess men are kind of different, you know, but I have really no preference that way either, you know. It's all about individuality. So I'm kind of going for the mohawk right now. Okay, so we're going to do the eyes now. We're going to get out the same eyeshadow we were using before. Oh no, we'll go frightening. So we'll get out the black eyeshadow. This stuff is great. It's also, well, as you can tell, really dark. Black, in fact. So we have our toolkit of special makeup brushes. Absolutely imperative.
Okay, as she's putting on eyeshadow, I must ask. Someone else wanted to know.
This is so cruel.
Someone wants to know, where's the wildest place that Jenni has ever had sex?
Ha-ha. Now see, this is a good one. I can answer this one because in the nature of the answer, it was not a private kind of question. I took a trip to the Baltimore National Aquarium, but the top floor of the aquarium is actually a rainforest. You know, they've got monkeys, they've got like wild birds, they've got crickets and stuff. It's not just fish, is what I'm trying to say. It's not just aquarium animals, it's kind of like all kinds. So anyway, you know, the aquarium, the whole thing closes at 10, and it was like 10 after 9. We go up into the rainforest because it's my favorite floor of the whole aquarium. So it's like a quarter after 10 at night, and the thing is that since it's the 5th floor, all of the outside walls and the ceiling are all glass. So you can see like the Baltimore Harbor like on 3 sides of the building. You know, it's like gorgeous, and it's dark out at night, and there are stars in the sky, and there are like boats on the water. So anyway, we're like walking around, and there's like this bunch of bratty kids like running ahead of us. So we're trying to like avoid running into them. So we walk up into this little, not quite a tree house, but it's like this little, you know, platform deck, this little 3-level deck that goes up into kind of the foliage. So we walk the whole way to the end of the path, like back by this little big bird cage area. And, well, you know, there's glass on one side and there's like trees all around us, like the sound of crickets and like birds squawking and like running water, and you know, you feel kind of like you're in a rainforest, and you've got like, you know, stars in the dark sky and like boats on the dark water. And so anyway, so we did it to make that part very short. And we came down out of the area. We were like going back down the escalator, and there's a person there washing the windows, and said like, "Where did you come from?" We're like, "We came from the rainforest, hello." He said, "Well, it's been closed. You know, we already sent the guard through to check for people, you know, check for stragglers." Apparently, like, if the guard had looked a little harder, would have had no problem seeing it. So, there we go. All right. I think that's enough black eyeshadow now. That looks sufficiently sinister. Now we're going to fill in the orbital area. That's what that's called. It's the orbital bone. I don't know why. So we'll take a lighter color.
So, since Jenni is so talented at being able to talk and put on her makeup at the same time, I figured I'd go all the way. They want to know if Jenni's ever had any group sex experiences, or if there are no group sex experiences in your past, then have you ever had sex with one person and then another in the same 24-hour period?
Okay. Well, I've definitely had sex with more than one person separately in 24 hours. Definitely. I was kind of a problem child, you might say, in college. But yeah, there's okay, I'll tell you this. I'm going to put on eyeliner now. That's what this stuff is. When I was like 13, maybe 14, I guess 14, my boyfriend, whom I had been seeing for quite a while, my first boyfriend, had a so-called little friend named Jamie, a boy, who was like 11 or 12, who lived up the street from him. And apparently, like, you're going to wonder why I stayed with this guy. I wonder every day why I stayed with this guy for so long, mostly because he beat me up. But apparently he and Jamie would get together from time to time, and like Jamie would service my boyfriend. Don't ask me. But so anyway, my boyfriend kind of convinced me that it would be a good idea and in my best interest, like to spare myself from being hit, to go along and like allow he and Jamie both to have me at the same time. So on more than one occasion, but not more than I would say 5 or 6, I, was with 2 men at the same time, although one of them doesn't even qualify as a man. So anyway, that was kind of unpleasant. I broke up with him, got over it, graduated high school, went to college, graduated from college, and then just this last summer, had 2 male friends come, visit me. And one of the guys I had already been sleeping with, and he was kind of bisexual, so he was interested in the other guy who came to visit. And, we went to sleep at night, with nothing having happened. We had, had a little bit to drink, and, one of my friends had brought pot, so, can I say that? Can I say that I actually, smoked pot over the summer? And, so, we had gone to bed and nothing had happened, but we woke up the next morning, and, nobody said anything to anybody, it just spontaneously happened. But, I have to say, just to go on the record, that the second guy and I did not actually have sex. Or not intercourse anyway. But, so from, I'd say about 7 in the morning, which is when I got up to go to work, until, 2 in the afternoon, which is when I called into work and told them I wouldn't be coming in for the day, just had fun. But, the first guy ended up having, some kind of jealous conniption fit and, went psycho, and the other guy and I are still friends, decided it would be better if, nothing like that ever happened again, so. But that was much, much more pleasant than, the thing that happened when I was, 14. So yes. But never with, a guy and a girl. Never. That's kind of odd, isn't it? Because I think that's, more typical for 2 girls and a guy than 2 guys and a girl.
Would you want to do that?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think currently, my fantasy is, Joffrey and Jennifer Tilly and me. I have, I have, a proverbial hard-on for Jennifer Tilly. And in case you don't know who she is, she was in the movie Bound, and she was in The Pompous of Love, and she was in Liar, Liar, unfortunately, but you're going to have to forgive her. So, she's a total babe. So that was mascara. I just put on mascara. I didn't even tell you. We are now going to use man's most feared makeup implement. It's the eyelash curler. This thing is like a medieval implement of torture. This is great, though. Makes my eyelashes appear to be bigger, and it opens the eyes. At least that's what it says it does, and I hope that justifies some of the pain that it causes.
So, Jenny, I was asking you earlier.
Can it get any worse than these are going?
Okay, well, this is a better one.
Okay.
All right, so you're vegan, right? Is any of this makeup that you're applying vegan makeup? Is any of it made with non-animal products, or are you still using makeup that's made with animal products? Or
since I've become vegan and I've been buying makeup, I buy only vegan makeup. I mean, I have mascara left over from my pre-vegan days. In case you're wondering, I made the switch to veganism 3 weeks before Christmas. So, I mean, I haven't been vegan for that long. It's been 2.5 months, almost 3 months. So I still have makeup left over from, my pre-vegan days. And, as I see it, there's really no sense in throwing it out, because that's kind of throwing away the lives of the animals that died for the makeup. And it's a whole philosophical thing, and different vegans have different opinions. But now when I go to buy makeup and hair products and stuff like that, I do buy the vegan stuff. Because this is kind of disturbing, but one of the most popular colorants, and they even put this in grapefruit juice to give it a pinker color, is something called cochineal, or cochineal, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's the crushed wings of beetles. It's crushed beetles in your grapefruit juice, and I bet you never knew that. But it's really gross, and people don't know that. So watch out, it's really scary. Okay, now we're going to do my lips. I discovered the 2 lipstick method when I was being done up for Maxim magazine. I learned so many makeup tricks then. So this is lip liner. It's what you put on around the edge, so that way the lipstick doesn't get all feathery and bleed all over the place. So. It's also what you use if, for instance, you have like really little lips and you want them to look better, then you line them all the way outside. Have crooked lips, stuff like that.
Well, someone actually wrote in a lip-related question.
You're kidding.
Yes. They want to know, when was your first kiss?
Aww. Okay, gonna have to hang on a second. Voila, lip liner. Not even very straight, but that's okay. My first kiss was with my cousin Jeffrey when I was like 8 and he was like 5. But if we're not counting this, we're counting my first real kiss with like a boyfriend. I was 12 and he was 13. And we had gone roller skating together with a bunch of his friends. It was like this night skate. It was the first time I'd ever been roller skating at night. My mom just let me. And he had made some comment, I don't even know what it was, but he had made some comment to his friend about me, and I pretended to be offended. So I go like, ah. So meanwhile, while my mouth is hanging agape, he like spins his head around and dives in for the kiss, like right on my open mouth. But, he was my boyfriend. I thought it was the most romantic thing. Even I had like popcorn stuck in my teeth. So I remember I was like overly occupied, not with the kiss, but with the fact that I was wondering if he noticed I had popcorn stuck in my teeth. But, so there, when I was 12. I had my first kiss in a truth or dare game. Oh, wow.
I think I was like 12 or 13 or something.
Truth or dare? Was it with a boy?
With a boy. And actually, people have been asking us to play truth or dare on the show.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of fun, actually.
So if you have any truth or dare questions, let us know.
So we're going to go for blusher now to give me, rosy cheeks. That's going to have to do. And now we're going to use like the same trick I used before, but with like the slightly darker colors of the eyeshadow to contour the rest of my face, the places that wouldn't be appropriate to have blush, but like to add like cheekbones, things like that. Because like I don't think anybody actually has cheekbones. I think they're just like made up by the makeup industry to make women feel inadequate. I don't know if you've noticed, but if you watch the JenniCam, you'll notice that like the most makeup I ever normally wear is like mascara and lip gloss. Like that's it. I am such a no makeup kind of gal. So I'm going to like contour under my chin because even though I've lost like 15 pounds in the last 2 months, like somehow I'm keeping like 5 of it like right underneath my chin. Okay, I think that should do it for makeup. It took long enough, didn't it? Wow. Okay, so now I'm gonna, if I'm going dancing, like, if I'm gonna go dancing, then more or less right now, my hair is done. Because, when I dance, I really like to, play with my hair and, like to flip it around and stuff. So there's no sense going to like some big process of making a great hairdo when I'm just gonna end up messing it up anyway. So, my hair's done. Let's go pick an outfit. So since we're going to go out to a club, we want to wear black because that's what everybody wears and it makes you feel very hip.
I already kind of got dressed in the black.
Yep. See, everybody has to wear black if you're going out to a club. Mm-hmm. So I have all of my clothes separated. I showed you how I have my shoe closet organized. My clothing closet is organized much the same way. So all of my clothing that would be appropriate for clubs is between that hanger and that hanger. Plus I have a few dresses in the back. But I keep all of my clothing very well organized. So we have like a bodysuit from when I was, I think, in junior high. Well, I guess high school. My friend Melissa gave it to me. We have 2 little tank tops. We have like a little lace see-through top that's kind of cheesy. It was cool when I got it. Got a black vest. We've got a black leather bustier left over from when I was like 15. I got it when I was 15. I took a trip to Mexico. And I don't want to wear it because it's leather, but I don't want to throw it away because, it's an animal and you don't want to, like, throw an animal. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I just kind of let it sit in my closet. So maybe someday I'll have a friend who's the same size as me and they'll be looking for a black leather bustier and they can have it. This is what I call my Spice Girl shirt because has no back. That's the back of this shirt. And this is the front. The front of it laces up the whole way down to the belly button. So this shirt is like fantastic, but it's also got these little white flowers on it. So you've got to be going someplace where you don't expect to be taken too seriously. Oh, this is terrible. I got this when I was in like 10th grade. It's like a black bra with sequins all over it. Woo! You can have like sparkly breasts, which I'm hearing is not the latest craze. Okay. We've got a black see-through bodysuit. Not a bad idea, you know. You've got to wear something underneath it, but that could be okay. We'll kind of keep that out toward the front. Red crushed leather, low-cut black sweater. It's going to be too hot if I'm going to be dancing. The one top that I do want to wear, I for some reason didn't see because it fell on the floor of my closet. This is what I wore on JenniSHOW #1, in fact. This is like the greatest top of all time. It's not leather, it's actually latex, and it's got, you know, the see-through sleeves, and it gives like that major like medieval cleavage effect. So it's between like these two tops. Since I'm going to be wearing that see-through bodysuit, I have to wear something underneath it, like, for example, a black teddy, which is what I plan to do. So we're going to delve into my lingerie drawer and try to find ourselves a black teddy. So we've got a burgundy teddy. Well, it's actually a Merry Widow. That's what that's called. We've got a white Merry Widow with a white stocking attached to it. We've got a black Merry Widow. Are you sensing like a theme here? I think I am. We've got some kind of black support thing. I don't even know what that is. I think my mom gave it to me. Black slip. That's not going to do anything. Got black lace nylons. That might be kind of cute to wear. We've got, this is a pretty good bodysuit. This is the one that I usually wear underneath that top. It's kind of a mess. It's kind of like shiny, it's like satiny. It's all wrinkled, but once you put it on, all the wrinkles kind of pull themselves out. So, and actually, I'm just kind very that I just got this new dress, and this dress is great. It's supposed to be kind of like this underwear sort of thing, but underwear is very popular. So I think I might just wear this dress because it's really keen, and it looks great on me, and I just got it, so I have to wear it somewhere. So I think I'll wear that, actually. And that way we can kind of forget the whole uncomfortable bodysuit thing. So, and just to show you the rest of what's in here real quick, we've got this huge corset. And it's got liquid latex on it. We liquid latexed it. It was just a regular corset before. So now it's really keen. We've got a garter belt. We've got a Christmas teddy. This stuff is all a mess, you know? What a mess. We've got more nylons and stockings. We've got little PVC panties. We've got other garter belts. We've got workout clothing. Woohoo! That's hot and exciting, isn't it? And we've got a latex corset, which doesn't look like that when you're wearing it, of course. You know, white slip. We've got like green camisole. We've got, don't tell anyone, I've got a red teddy in here. Tomorrow is Joffrey's birthday, and I got like the red teddy, and I got like red nylons, and I'm going to wear that for Joffrey's birthday. Don't tell him, okay, or I'll be really mad. So, this is the dress that I finally decided on. So now all we need to do to finish up the outfit is to put on some nylons and put on some shoes, and we're ready to go. We decided to go with fishnets, of course. Okay. Got like little cat fuzzies all over the bottom of my stockings now. So, this is the outfit, and that's it for this installment. I'm going out to have a good time, and you guys have a nice evening too.